Hello, hello, and good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome in, welcome everybody, one and all. It is the late, the day that the Lord has made, but it's also the day for the ladies all day long. Of course, for me and my two younger sisters and my mother, it was 24/7. My father made sure it was that way. So it's International Women's Day, and I am super excited to have with me today the bold chick, Romonica Plachette. Oh my gosh, I got a person with the S speech impediment has to be careful how they say that because they may not come out quite too right or quite too nice. But I am super excited about not only what is all going on in my life, which is a lot, but also what's going on in the lives of my sisters, the Get Ish Done sisters, and I'm so excited to have Romonica on with me today. So first off, Romonica, I want you to introduce yourself. Tell us where people can find you on social media, and give your website as well, so people can um, continue to follow you and keep up with you, and hopefully join your Facebook group and any upcoming courses or classes you have. Hi and
Oh,
welcome.
awesome. Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here. Good morning to you. I think I'm hearing myself talking. All right. So, I am a business and marketing consultant. I help my clients use video to really magnify, amplify their reach. Um, as you guys may or may not know, video is popular. I've been talking about video since 2017. Then I remember in 2018, I said, this is the year of video. And here we are in 2021, and we're still talking about video, right? Because it gives us an instant way to really connect with people, just like what we're doing here today. So I applaud you for having me on. You can actually find me everywhere on social media at the Bold Chick. And I'm going to put up a site where I want everyone to actually go because listen, that's where you can find all things about me. I got some special things for your audience today, some free downloads. I'm super excited to be here to share with your people this morning.
All right, all right. So first, let me just speak to first off the people out there who say video. No, I don't want to do it. No, I don't want to comb my hair. I don't want to put lip gloss on. I don't want to. So what is the major significance of video? Because you don't have to convince me.
I
It's the
know.
audience that may need some convincing. The lady who's either starting out in her business or has been in business for a while, and especially speak to the lady who was doing really good at vendor events and in-person events. I'm like the semi queen of that because I did a lot of that. But what happens after that? What happens now? What happens moving forward? And the importance of video.
Oh, you bring up so many great points. So, first, let me speak to the lady who says, I don't want to comb my hair and I don't want to put on the lip gloss and I don't want to do all of that. So, one, I want her to really think about what is your brand? Because your brand is not uncombed hair. That's not your brand. That's not any woman's brand. Like, I find that as women, we really pride ourselves on looking good. That's so important. And so, think about your brand and how you literally want to connect people. Because when we see people with uncombed hair and chapped, dry lips, we're kind of low key giving them the side eye. So, I'm saying, ladies, now more than ever, it's important for you to show up in your brand. Most of the ladies that I know and I run with, these are women who want to make millions. Well, we don't see Oprah with uncombed hair and chapped lips. So it's important that you show up in your brand. So if your brand is not quite red lipstick, because that's what I would normally have on, that's okay. Put on a gloss. Rep your best look. Now, so I want to speak to the lady who was doing the in-person events. She was vendoring and all of that. There are so many different technology tools, which we talk about a lot of these tools over in my Facebook group. But there are a lot of different tools where you can simulate events. I mean, when I say a lot of tools, there's one I just want to share this. It's called Air Meets. AIRMEETS. AirMeets is one of the best simulated platforms that I've seen. What's so cool about it is that, let's say you're the host of an event, Julia. So now
Mhm.
you're on stage, you've given your grand event and everything, but now we want to set up vendor sites, right? So literally you can have 12 up to 12 tables. And so you've let people pay their vendor event fees. Okay. Now they're sitting at a virtual table and people can literally come up to their table in video and see their things. So all's not lost. They just need to be plugged into someone like me who knows and understand these tools. So that's what we do for vendors. We create online vendor events, and we're not necessarily using platforms like Zoom. I know people know Zoom and Zoom is cool, but there are other tools that are video based where you can slide in and really have events that we used to have offline. We can have these events online now. So there is a way. You just need to be plugged in to the source. And I'm the source for all things video marketing to really help women grow their business. And there are different stages of business growth or even video usage for that matter.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, so I put up for everybody to see, and even those on the replay, solo.to/the bold chick. Now, does that have the link to how to get in your Facebook group?
Yes, the Facebook group link is there. And as soon as this broadcast is over, so everyone watching right now should take a picture of that link. As soon as the broadcast is over, I already have a special link. I have some video resource tools. I ain't just talking about no plain old stuff. I'm really breaking it down on what they need to do to get started with video. I talk about the different stages of video and why it is so important to magnify it. And so I'm not going to put it up now because usually what happens is when you put something up, people instantly go. They'll leave the broadcast.
Oh, yeah, they'll leave everything.
We're not doing that today. What we're asking them to do is take a picture of this link. And as soon as it's over, I'm going to put the resource tool up. I've created some special offers that are only good for the next 24 hours. But what you will not do is leave me and Julia's broadcast right now and go start downloading stuff. You're going to have to wait till the end because we got to cover. It's going to be worth the wait. So stay with us because you can interact with us live right now and talk with us and ask your questions. I love questions. Those kind of prompt me to give you answers, but I got you taken care of. Stay with us. And like I said, as soon as this is over, I created something special just for you guys. There's a free download, but another offer that's behind it that is so inexpensive, it's mind-blowing. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned. So on this Lunch and Learn, get your sandwich in your hand, your chips on the side, put your soda down, and keep on the lookout. Now, honestly, this is the way I grew my business. I grew my business at the same time I was working a 9-to-5. So those of you who are just meeting me now, and I'm full-time, I wasn't always full-time. This is what I call year 3 for me of my 3 to 5 years. I always said I'm going hard in the paint for at least 3 to 5 years. So therefore, having these tools and having this ability to be able to do in the virtual space with video, whether the video runs on demand, whether the video runs live, to be able to do that is really essential, especially for the lady who is working 9-to-5. Now, I tell no one to leave a job, retire, or do anything until they have a plan in their hand. So what's the key? You're a full-time entrepreneur, right? Correct, Ramonica?
Yes.
Okay, so what's been the key for you? Because I know you're not as old as I am. So what's been the key for you for planning to move forward? Not just, I quit, and you don't have the client first, you don't have a system in place, you don't have the first digital product or physical product done. It's just you're sick of this job. Well, okay, wait a minute, hold on, Bubba. You're going to have to let this job fund this business for a while. So what's the importance of really planning besides being broke and maybe homeless?
Okay, so first, you definitely want to do what Julia said, don't just quit. But I was the person who quit the corporate job, like didn't have a plan, didn't know what I was going to do. I had worked there for 20 years and loved what I was doing. As an area manager, I had 8 stores in the city. However, I had a new boss that last year who didn't know me, who didn't love me, who really wanted to silence my voice, which is ironic that we're talking about this on today. I felt like he wanted my skill set thrown out the window and that I just needed to show up, not ask any questions, not teach, not train, not really help people grow. And honestly, I grew weary of that and I made a decision that I was leaving. Now, let me say this, ladies. I had some coinage on the side. Okay, let me say that. I don't tell anybody to quit without a plan. So if you're still in your 9 to 5, and I work with a lot of corporate women who are in their 9 to 5, what I teach them to do is how to leverage their time with video. So you're watching us live, or maybe you're watching us by replay. But again, there are lots of video tools out there that would allow someone who's still in their 9 to 5 to maybe put aside 2 hours a week. I really like to talk to people about small numbers. Put aside 2 hours a week and let's get some video that's pre-recorded. And now we have video that we can share out throughout the week. We have some live streams that we can upload into some software and let that software run, and we show up like we're live, and then we're able to interact with our clients in the comments. Or we're able to do some pre-recorded courses over the weekend and release those things into the marketplace. So when I say video, ladies, I don't just mean live stream. I mean live stream, stories, pre-recorded video, pre-recorded courses. There's so many different options available to you. You just have to decide how much time do you have to really start and grow your business. And we can start with something as small as, if you got 5 hours a week and you got some strategy behind that, we can get a lot of things done. You just have to be clear about what do you want to do and be realistic about planning it out. Y'all, please excuse my voice. I was out this weekend, out in the grass, and I think it kind of like revved up some of the sinus stuff. So my voice is a little, I feel a little soulful, you know.
I know. I hear you loud and clear, lady. I'll tell you, when the sun comes out and the vitamin D gets going, it gets really good. And the grass says, wait a minute, the sun's out. I think we should start growing again, even though we're still in the month of March. And you bring up a great point of you utilizing your time wisely, being able to say, okay, I'm not just going to lay on the couch with Netflix and bonbons and a bowl of popcorn and maybe a bottle of wine and veg out, but I'm going to say, okay, wait a minute, these 2 hours, what could I be doing? With these 5 hours here that I have, you know, because Saturdays and Sundays was a huge day of planning and preparing. Now, to me, it's every day, but Saturdays and Sundays when I worked 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, was huge for me, and the times, and people like, but I want to rest and I want to relax. But your plan, if you're really planning it out, if you're really preparing yourself for that next, for where you want to be full time, especially if you're in 5 to 10, like 10 years or less from retirement, oh my gosh, you got time to build that mug. You got time to build that business. You got time to build that dream. You got time to build that side hustle. And speaking of side hustle, I just saw I read an article that was not only I saw, but somebody else sent it to me as well. I'm talking about teachers or whatever profession you're in that has started teaching a class on the side. And the lady makes like, the article said like $10,000 a month. So she's making more on her quote unquote virtual. And I don't really like to use the word side hustles, but I want you to understand what I'm saying. But her outside of her regular 9 to 5 job, that's making way more than she could ever make in her a regular job. Because, you know, as well, whether you know or don't know, teachers are we have a column based on your education and how many years you have in. That's where you are. That's where you're capped. Not much extra, no much overtime going on. This is where you're going to sit, boo. And so if you want to make more, it's your hustle. So that's the reason why you need a Ramonica to be able to say, okay, so what am I going to do to make more? I don't like saying I'm in a fixed income. I don't like somebody telling me I've got control issues. I tell everybody, I don't like for somebody to tell me how much I can and cannot make. You know, it's depend on, It's on me, and where I'm willing to go, hustle and grind wise, where I'm willing to go with my next. So speaking of next, what's your next? What are we
Wow.
launching? What are we growing? We know video, so our job is to get as much about video and using those tools as possible. But really, where do you think we are next with business wise? Because if we go back in the building, if we stay virtual, or is it a combination of both?
I really think it's the combination. Obviously, as people start to get the vaccine, I feel like they're moving around and they're starting to do things. And so I think we're going to see some smaller virtual events. And then I think we'll continue in this online space because the truth of the matter is, once you've seen a thing, you can't unsee it. So we've seen making money at home. We've seen growing our revenue from our pajamas, if you will. And so I think people will continue to do that because everybody is not comfortable just going back out. I think what we're going to see is more entrepreneurs enter into this workspace. And so I want to say something really quick because my mom and her sisters were teachers. So, teachers, I feel you. I consider myself a teacher. I really wanted to be a teacher, but my mom said teachers didn't make any money, so you have to go to school for business. So, the beautiful thing about where we are right now and where we're going is we get an opportunity to create our own money. And we do that not by starting 7 businesses, because there's this thing about you got to have 7 streams of income. Great, you do. But it doesn't come from 7 different businesses. And so, what I want to do more of is really work with women, take that one thing that they know and help them create revenue streams around that one thing. So, what that looks like is a course, that looks like merchandise, which you asked what's next for me. I've dabbled in t-shirts before, so I'm going to be doing a t-shirt line. Of course, those that know me know that I love a red lipstick. I didn't wear one today, but I love a red lipstick. So I've been playing around with my own Bold Chick red lipstick line. So that's something that's coming. That's another stream of revenue directly related to what I do. Because I'm talking to women about, video, and listen, we need to look good. Now, whatever that means to you, we need to look good on video. So it's just helping women really tap into their greatness, owning the space that they're in. I feel like we cheer for everyone else, but oftentimes that bold, that strong, that independent woman may not be cheering for herself. So I do some things around confidence because I think it's important to really know how great we are. And let's just talk about it. As a community, we didn't really talk about that at school. If you were lucky, your parents or aunt or grandmother or somebody said, you're a smart person, or it might be the opposite. No one said it to you. So maybe this woman who really is great has gone through life not really affirming herself, not really knowing her power. So that's a mission and a goal for me, is to really speak more to that, because I know in working with clients, they may come to me for video, but they're also coming to me because they're like, I like how you show up and I want to show up not just like you, because I don't want them to be like me. I want them to stand in their bold and their popping power and really do the things that they know they were called to do in life. And so if you're a teacher, it doesn't mean that you're just, destined to teach kids. You may teach parents how to work with their kids from home. Like, that's a course for somebody. There's a special skill set that's needed, in my opinion, to work with kids, to come up with material and things that they need. And as a parent, we're not given a roadmap on how to do that. So,
Oh my God.
speaking to that same teacher theme, some teacher listening may be like, you know what? I'm a teacher and a parent, and this is what I've done at home to motivate my kid to be great, to have great study habits and things like that. Something that you would take for granted. There's a parent out there that's like, yeah, I wish I had the guidebook. Because I think as a parent, I've said that for every step of something, there was no guidebook. You either picked it up from your parent or you learned it as you went along. But when you shared it with another parent, they're like, oh my God, that was so helpful. So teachers or whoever's listening, Tap into your greatness and never be afraid to put that out into the marketplace. There's someone that needs your answer as a solution to their problem.
You got it. And as they say, an answer to their pain point, etc. You know, I want to go back just a little bit when talking about cheering for yourself, because you're going to need to do that. And then you're also going to have to understand, you know, we've typically seen it with hairstylists. You know, hairstylists talk about it all the time. People sat in my chair and they just told me all their problems, and then utilized it as a safe place. That is what I found in entrepreneurship a lot. That is just a part of the job description and of being an entrepreneur that we rarely address. That there is so much associated with working with clients. It's just not getting them to the bottom line. Sometimes we have to get over what somebody said, the negativity that happened, the emotionalism, the grief. I mean, you know, here recently, because of the pandemic, etc., I've had so many people, including myself, who've lost loved ones, and we have to help them through the grieving process until we can even get to the business part. So I want to encourage everyone who's listening, who's going to hear it on the replay or whenever you see it, that you can do it, you can make it. Now, it may take at your own pace, but you can do it and you can be it. And, you know, the Bible tells us don't compare ourselves to others, because it's definitely not wise. But you can be it. I'm spoiled in that my parents told me I could be anything, do anything, have anything anybody else could have, as long as human beings were designed to do it. You can do it. So I say that to others. You can be it. But when you're dealing with clients, you have to understand that sometimes there's an underlying root element to the reason why they're with you. There's an underlying, you're welcome. There's an underlying root element that comes along with success, whatever that level is, whether that's launching, whether that's growing, whether that's expanding or building. Sometimes the hurdles or the emotional and overriding some of that negativity that has nothing to do with you. They had their own hangups that they transferred to somebody else. So first off, I love it that you're the bold chick. I mean, you know, I always have loved that for years and years and years, and all the colors, and that's the reason why I tried to make the graphic that we used as bold as I could be. I should have put some red and yellow and threw that in there. So I decided to wear yellow today so that we can actually be all that we can be. You know, just as women, we have so many hats and so much we got to do and so much we have to be. And I just want to encourage somebody along with the bold chick that don't forget that dream. Don't forget the dream that you had. Don't forget the dream you had as a little one. Sometimes I say, what would I say to my 8-year-old self? And I would tell my 8-year-old self, keep going, girl. You got this. You got all that you need, and you're going to get all what you need as you continue to move forward. So, I mean, have you found that same thing with clients, that it's like it's like we can't get to the bottom line because there's so many layers, like the onion. We got to pull back so many layers.
Let me tell you. So 2 things, as you were saying, I was like, oh my gosh, has Julia been listening in on some of my one-on-one sessions? So the first thing is that with us being on social, I'm seeing that people are real deep off into the comparison thing, whether it's intentional or I just think the barrier to enter as an online entrepreneur is dang near zero. Let's just say you can be an online entrepreneur for $100, right? So you got started. What happens though is it's not just do a video and now I got thousands of clients. It's a building process. So when you see Julia or you see a Ramonica, we've been at it for years. And I always take my clients back. I say, hey, hold up. Wasn't always like what you see right now. You know, my brand was jacked up. You know, I was showing up not in my full confidence stance, not because I didn't know what I was doing, but I was new to the online space. And I was kind of sleeping in that, like, well, I'm new, so I can't. I hear my clients say that. I'm like, we're not doing that. You're not new to this. I don't want you to make the mistakes that I made which is why I always encourage people to hire a coach or a consultant. They're able to collapse some of the time for you, but you still have work to do. And there are foundational things that need to be built. I always say, if you go back and look at 15-year-old Beyonce, that's not the Beyonce that we see right now with sold out stages and performing at the Super Bowl. So same thing for you. You got to know where you are in the journey. So if you're just starting, give yourself some grace. Hey, I'm just starting. And that means I have some foundational things that I need to build. And then once I get that done, now I need to start attracting some clients. So that's a process, right? They need to know who I am, not even attract. They need to be aware of who you are. So whether you're doing video or you're posting, baby, one post ain't going to do it.
No.
You gotta show up. You have to have a plan and a process for how you're going to run your business. And most people just want to show up and it's 10,000 likes on their post, 100,000 video views. I tell my clients, none of that matters. I can do a video and maybe 2 people watch, but somebody always inbox me and says, how do I work with you? So forget the likes, forget the views. We want to position ourselves to do things to have the right foundation. We want to do things that create awareness about who we are and what we're doing and how we are different from the next person. Not from a competition standpoint, but Burger King flame broils their burgers and McDonald's just fries theirs. So there's a difference. What's your difference? And then you show up and you let people know, this is what I do that's a little bit different. Not from Susie. You don't have to say that, but you have to position your brand as something different. And the people who are called to work with you, those people will see you and they'll say, oh, okay, I like her. Okay, she shows up consistently. Okay, I like her message. Okay, I feel good when I watch her stuff. Okay, that's the person I need to work with. And so stop the comparison and understand there really is a process to this. If you're going to be successful over the long haul, it's a process. We're not chasing money for 1 month. We're doing this for legacy and for the long haul. And that requires a plan. You didn't go from 1st grade to 12th grade. There was a 2nd grade, a 3rd, a 4th, a 5th. You didn't enter college as a freshman and the next year you were a senior. It was a process. You didn't show up to college and say, I paid my money. I want my degree and a guaranteed job. So don't show up to your coach saying, what's my guarantee? You're the guarantee. Just like you were the guarantee in college. If you did the work, went through the process, went out into the marketplace, position yourself with a resume, someone hired you. Now in the online space, you have to do the same thing. You get someone to help you, and then you do the work. Then you show up and position yourself as the person with the answer. Nothing is different about this other than you're an entrepreneur and you get to make a lot of the calls. You're the shot caller, but you still balling in this game, right? You gotta do the work. You gotta practice.
Yeah, okay. So 2 things: people that are called to you. Remember, there are 8 billion people on the planet. I, as an individual, as a one entrepreneur, I mean, there's a limit to how much, I can personally one-on-one because there's only so many hours in the day. So there are going to be people that are called to me that are not called to Monica. And there are going to be people, she has her tribe. She has, of course, I'm in her Facebook group. So sorry, join me. But there are people who are going to be called to Monica that may never work with me. And that's fine too. That's the reason why I can cheer on my sister and say, go girl, go. And then, and she cheers me on too as well. So, that the people that are called, and then of course, Karen Brown brings out another point of yours, legacy in the long haul. And that's what people are wanting. Not just your colors. Yep. We love colors. We love bright colors and all that good stuff. But, just that ability to, the brand is you. Building the brand is building you and your consistency. So I do have one comment. Janice Squire says, I need help with posting more. So where can she have a conversation or discussion with you or Monica so she can talk about posting more, or what that looks like for her
Yeah,
and her
so
business.
the quickest thing is my DM is always open. I know some people are like, don't DM me, don't talk to me, don't, but
Kara.
that's not me. DM me. I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm probably going to send you an audio file. And if I see where I can help you and you're ready to get moving, I'm going to send you a link. And that link is to my calendar. And then we get on the phone and we talk about how we can work together. But it starts in the DM. There was a song that it was an older song, but it's called It Goes Down in the DM.
Uh-huh.
DM me. Let's talk.
And
Because
that's
people are looking
Monica.
for personal interaction. See, some online business people are like, I can't, don't. But if you think about it, when we go into Target or Walmart or to the grocery store, if someone did that, we would be so offended.
Yes,
So
we would.
I'm oftentimes thrown off when people are like, don't. And I'm like, come DM me. Let's start the conversation there. And then we'll take it. There's levels to this, but that's where we start. So please DM me, and definitely make sure that you guys join the Facebook group, because we talk there. And I got some upcoming challenges around video and the importance of email marketing, which is something that, oh my God, I love you and Van. I used to hear y'all talk about this when I first started, and I would be like, well, if I'm starting a business and trying to make money, why would I be giving something away for free? It was just like, oh, this is crazy. I'm not doing this.
Baby.
I wasted 2 years talking about what I wasn't going to do and why I would give things away for free. And now it's like, oh, here you go. This is free. You can have it. You can have it. I mean, I love giving stuff away, because what I've learned is people need to know your style and your flow. And once they're able to sample it or taste it, like we do at Sam's or Costco, after we taste it and it's good, people are like,
"Ooh, where is that in the aisle? Yeah, where is that? Where is that?" I tell the lady, "Excuse me. Oh, no, you don't have to go anywhere, ma'am. It's sitting right here." She said, "No, ma'am, you don't have to go back down to aisle 35 all the way to the back. No, I've got it right here for you." Huh?
I got it right here.
And that's exactly right. Okay, so I want everybody to know Ramonica Plachette. That's who you're DMing. Plishett. Find her on Facebook and join the Facebook group. Have a DM conversation, and be sure and reach out. Okay, so we're at the 30-minute time slot. I'm getting ready to jump off because I know half the people's lunch is over and they're wanting to get back in. If you have a question before we go, let me know. Okay, so Janice is going to be in touch with you. She said, that sounds like me, not giving anything for free. Yeah, you and Janice need to have that conversation. Email marketing, I understand. Yeah, exactly. So Rita Oliver says, great point on the free. They get to know your flow. That's the truth. You should have something that is a lead magnet. Now, this is a huge one. Since we're talking about email marketing, you need to have something, whether it's a checklist, whether it's something, a taste tester. Okay, so let's go back to the example of being in Sam's. Okay, they give you the small and the little cracker, and it's just enough to whet your appetite. That's right. What a lead magnet is. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. That's what a lead magnet is, something to introduce you. Now, it's not, giving away, as I always say, because I was born in Kentucky, we're not giving away all the 11 herbs and spices. Safaskia said she'll be reaching out to you as well. You're not giving away all the 11 herbs and spices. You're not doing all of that. But you give people a sample of who you are. And in the online, digital, and virtual space, you need to do that more than ever, because people don't really know you like that. The in-person, people used to talk and let us sit there chat at my table for 20 minutes or so. Then they said, okay, so yeah, I think I want to. Okay, so Rita says checklist, worksheet, facts, anything that's related to your business. So what would be 5 things you would say, or whatever you want to, that's okay with bringing people closer to you. You're trying to drive people to us. That's right. Yeah, it took, Ramona, you figured it out. And that email list, baby, that blessed my whole life when 2020 hit. And I had a list to say, how y'all doing? Hey, is everybody all right? And that's where I started even before I was doing anything selling wise, just to check on everybody. But having to start all over from scratch,
Oh my God.
no, that wouldn't have been any fun. No. And then you don't have any community talking back to you either.
That's
so
right.
it's a beautiful thing. All right, Romanica, thank you so much for being my guest today.
Yes.
I am
the link is live.
Excited. The link is live. Okay.
The link is live. You'll see a picture of me in yellow. That's where you get your free thing. It's a lot of information. People like, you giving that away? I was like, I'm giving that away.
solo.to/the bold chick.
Everything is there. And I'm gonna tell you something else I did last night, because I was feeling some kind of way about it being International Women's Day. I literally created like a cheerleader affirmation guide. This is just for you to cheer for you. And I walk you through it, and they can get it. I'm just gonna tell you, you can pick that up for $8. Like, I was like,
oh wow, oh yeah, Yeah, you came to, as they say in church, you came to bless the people. Look at you.
I did.
Okay. Now, solo.to, I have to give credit because I just haven't launched my link, but yeah, I'm working on mine. See, that was the thing I got from the group, that, Linktree is okay. So I'll use Linktree for something else. I know you. Yeah, I'll use that for something else and that one for something else, because when you're building multiple brands for multiple buckets for people to draw into you, you need to make sure that, all my classes and all that is over there, and then all my links is over there. So yeah, that's solo.to. Yeah, that's
Did you see where you get 5 pages?
Yes.
Yeah, I
hadn't started. I just got the things. I know. So, I started. You got me started. I definitely got you started. So the links and Air Meets, I haven't used Air Meets, so that's my second tool of the day. So solo.to, go there, and then Air Meets, she's already given us, and then email marketing, and she's given us all these affirmations for $8. I was like, what can you get for $8? You got, and it's digital. You don't even have to pay shipping and tax on top. Like, what?
Oh, and that offer is just for the day now. That link is set to expire today.
Oh, well, so you got it. No. Don't sleep on it then,
It's going to be gone for $8.
The replay is up, and it'll be up for a while. But if you listen to this replay late, I'm sorry, boo, you missed out. It'll be down. You gotta follow.
It'll be available. It just won't be $8.
Now, okay, I got last thing before you go. That is the beauty of entrepreneurship. The being able to launch. Now, all your goals may not be met, and oh my gosh, you don't have a marketing team, and oh my gosh, you don't have that, but you can decide to launch on a dime. Monica knows we've been in a coaching group together, and we can, we can put something together. All right, we're going live. All right, we just be ready to go. To the link work, girl. Did you check my link? Check my link too. Check my link too. Does it work? So but that is one of the beauties of this. I can decide. Yes. I decide. I don't have to go into a committee. And I know some people are like, oh, I want a board of directors. I'm like, okay, well, no, me and Veronica, no, but you can decide. You can determine whether you want to launch 2 classes or 1. You can just start. Oh, no problem. You can determine whether you want to, have 5 products and a book and all that you want to launch, or it's a beautiful thing. So, join. Get the support you need, get the help you need. Not only, because I know Romanica will help you customer service too. If you got issues with customer service, that's where she started. That's number 1 chick. Romanica with customer service issues. That's where I met her, at customer service. First, number 1, and then everything else. But it all flows out of those one experiences. Mm-hmm. It's not like, we'll have a hot dog stand tomorrow and a car wash next week. It all flows together. You know what I'm saying? So, Romanica Plachette, solo.to /the bold chick. Get your freebies, get your downloads, because that's what I'm going to be doing. And thank you so much for being with me. Now, tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I have another panel of wonderful ladies. We're going to be celebrating International Women's Day all day long. We started off with Ramonica at noon, and then we've got some other ladies coming on at 7:30. So you all be blessed. I'm not going to take up your whole lunch hour. Be sure I'm going to keep it up and available for the replay. Be sure and share and tell others, tag people in the comments on the Julia Royston Facebook page, and find Ramonica Plachette, her Facebook group, and DM her. See, she's giving you full carte blanche. Jump in her DM today, or as soon as you see it in the replay. Thank you so much, Veronica. Love you much.
Love
you
you.
all be
Thank
blessed.
so
you all
much.
have a great rest of the day. Bye-bye.